Hi everybody, I'm Owen. These are my Lego shelves. Today's not going to be a lot about Lego, but I promise there will be some bits about Lego because I just wanted to mention some Spider-Man stuff. Namely, I've just re-watched Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse with my son, and just wanted to remind you to watch it if you haven't already. I mean, absolutely brilliant films. I'm a massive comic book fan anyway, so it was a delight because it's the first comic book film that just really looks like comic book. It's got the exaggeration whilst feeling very grounded at the same time. The characterization in it is absolutely wonderful. There's a lot of sort of dips into people's emotional states and how people are coping with what is hugely traumatic, you know, in terms of the people they lose and the people that they help and the lives that they're trying to lead, the double lives that they're trying to lead. So I just wanted to give you a huge kind of go and watch this film if you're into the same kind of stuff as that I am. I think it's absolutely wonderful. I think that it's probably better than the MCU live action things. Just it has something truly amazing about it. The only bad thing about it is that we look like we're going to have to wait a long time for the third one. I understand there were quite a lot of disputes about how harshly they were treating their animators and things like that. I think that that's all resolved now, and they're giving appropriate pay and appropriate amounts of time to do this kind of stuff, which is good. You need that time if you're going to create something that wonderful. So I did want to give you a little bit of Lego. Obviously, I can't just come on and talk about something that's not Lego related. So I thought I'd talk minifigs. This is the Spider-Man minifig collection. I think I've said before, I'm not a huge minifig person. I do like these little collections because I just think they're a neat little, you know, not very expensive, fun little thing that you can collect. I will talk about the D&D one at some point because I point up there because I've got a whole set up there of the D&D figures, which I really enjoyed. And I've done a couple of the other collections before, but not the D&D one's the only one that I've got fully because I liked every single piece of it. This I'm not that bothered about because I don't know, it's a little bit one-dimensional for me. It you know, like if you get a horse with a Spider-Man mask, that's kind of fun, that's kind of silly, it's kind of funny, but you're not going to be able to use it for anything other than this. So anyway, it's worth mentioning that when they got rid of the poly bags, where you could sort of feel, oh, I think it's that one, which was quite a fun part of the collecting the minifigs, was just trying to guess what you were going to get, and if you'd collected 11 out of the 12 or whatever, you could still have a go and have a good chance of getting what you wanted. But now, if you do want to spoil it for yourself and find out what you're going to get, more to the point, collect a specific one, there are scanners available, so you can get a scanner and you can scan this little QR code at the bottom and it'll tell you who's in the box. So I'm not going to feign surprise when I open this one because I do know who it is. I've chosen deliberately, but I'll have a quick look at who else is available, and well, I might tell you which ones I like just in case you're wondering what to get me. But anyway, so this is who we've got. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. It's a Spider-Man figure. The reason I got it was because I really like the little teeny tiny guys. How do I do that? Is that a clever trick? Yes. Is that getting the focus? Anyway, little tiny guy. I've actually got two of them in there. I've got a little collection I'll show you sometime of those little guys. Well, if you've looked at the logo closely, you'll see in there you've got a fair few of them already. I've got about 6 on there, but I've got an assortment of these little guys, and I really like them. And this is transparent as well, so that's pretty cool. So this is the 12 that you can get. There they all are. So I love Spider-Gwen. I think it's a beautifully designed outfit. I haven't read much of her stuff, but that's the other one that I was quite tempted by. This is Spider-Man 2099 that I've got, so I'll get him out of the box for you in a minute. All the bases are, well, I don't know whether all the bases, but his is a transparent one, which is kind of cool. I like that they've started doing that with the bases. You've got some other nice ones. You've got a Spider Cat, some Cyborg, Sun Spider as well as in there. Spider Bite, who was sort of, they're all very kind of key to the film. There are a couple that I'm surprised aren't on there, because in the first film you had Spider-Man Noir. He's not on there, which would have seemed to me sort of a more obvious pick than these two, for example. These two don't really enter into the films at all. So likewise Werewolf and Webslinger. I'll admit Webslinger is funny, but not particularly interesting to me. But I would say that there's a couple of surprises in there that you haven't got. Spider-Ham and the kind of key group from the first film. But there we go, they made their decisions. A lot of them have the extra heads, which is nice. So you can see you've got either Gwen or Spider-Gwen. And likewise with the Prowler, you've got with or without mask. Spoilers if you haven't seen the film. Spider-Punk likewise. So about half of them have double heads, including Spider-Man 2099, who I'll just put together. So he's got this very cool, slightly evil-looking face. There he is. He's the Spider-Man who has no sense of humour. So it's kind of his thing in the film. This is rather lovely. A cloak, because there's the whole thing about Spider-Man doesn't wear capes. Capes are out. But he has this sort of temporary one that sort of flashes and then disappears. I shall see if I can put that on nicely. Or you could put his head on and you could have him with his grumpy eyes and sort of stylish hair. Spider-Man with a cape, of all things. I think he might look better without, but anyway. So yeah, strongly recommend watching Into the Spider-Verse first, and then Across the Spider-Verse, and then hopefully soon we'll have Beyond the Spider-Verse. But I think we're at least a year out from that, at least. So there we go. In the meantime, you can keep building.